dance class to paint pottery, which should be kind of
It's
fun.
Bennett's mom's party.
It's Bennett's mom's birthday.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a little bit cool and rainy. Um, so, yeah, good morning. Okay, so we are back home. Rowan is eating his lunch. We stopped at Wendy's, so he's eating a kid's meal. I have like some straightening up to do. I want to edit some photos for my blog and post some stuff. Hi guys, it is Tuesday. I just dropped Rowan off at school. Well, not just. I dropped Rowan off at school and then I had to stop at Walmart to pick up a few things. I needed like a gift bag and a tape runner for my journal, and I got some stuff to do my nails, so I'm excited about that. I really wanted to film this morning. Hi, but I'm not really like feeling it. I don't know. But I do need to film at some point today. So I may just, because I only have about an hour and a half before I need to go pick Rowan up from school. He only goes to school half days, so from basically 9 to 11:30. So yeah, and it's like 10 o'clock. I forgot to charge my watch last night, so I have no watch on. I'm really, really tired. I haven't had any coffee. I forgot to buy yogurt at Walmart, so I may not have breakfast either. And I need to like meal plan. We don't really have any food in the house. Oh, it's a whole mess. So that's what I am doing this morning. Okay, so I have made my coffee finally, and I love this mug. It is so pretty. I got it at TJ Maxx. It was like $4 or $5, and it's become like my favorite mug because it's big enough that it feels, I don't know, like do you have that like coffee cup thing where like it needs to feel substantial in your hand? It needs to be big enough to hold enough coffee. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's beautiful. So I'm going to drink my coffee, and I do have my laptop out. I think I'm going to edit. I do have one video filmed and some pictures I need to edit to go with the blog post. So I think I'm going to do that while I listen to an audiobook. So I've been really, really distracted and kind of not really been able to focus, and I think it's because I've been consuming like too much social media and not enough like substantial things. So I'm going to try to do that and edit and maybe, I don't know, do my nails. I bought these at Walmart when I went, and I've had them before, but I really love them because they're like this like iridescent color. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that instead. It's Wednesday and it's about 10 o'clock. I have just come back from doing, not just come back, but I've come back from dropping Rowan off at school. And I don't know, I'm really tired. I'm not feeling much of anything right now. I didn't sleep well. The sleep that I did get was very like not restful, and I'm just really, really tired. I have some stuff to do around the house. I just filmed a clip for a video that I'm trying to finish editing to get up on Thursday. So hopefully you will see this vlog on Sunday, and you will already know that I started the 12 days of Christmas on my channel. So I'm doing 12 videos leading up until Christmas Day. Yeah, so that is about it. Like, I never know where to look with the camera. So if someone could tell me, like, if I look over it, am I like making eye contact? I don't know. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee and probably finish working on like blog posts that need to be edited. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I'll see you in a bit. So, I am on my way to pick up Rowan from school, and it's just been one of those days, like, I'm sorry, the heat's really, really loud because it's really, really cold. I am just not with it at all today. I am so tired that I can't really focus on anything else, and it's cold, which is my least favorite thing in the world. I think the temperature has dropped almost 25 degrees in like 2 days. So Monday it was like 53. I mean, it was cold. I mean, not cold. It was raining here. And like gloomy and dark or whatever. But it was still 53 degrees. And today it's like 21 or something ridiculous. So I'm just tired and cold and not having the best day. And I'm trying to determine nursing home. My parents are both in their late 80s. So my dad he turned 89 in June. And my mom is 86. And so they're both not in the best of health. My dad is still at home, living at home. One of my other brothers lives at the house with my dad and like takes care of him most of the time. And my mom is been in and out of the hospital for the better part of the year. And with that comes like stays in a nursing home for rehab and whatnot. She had not a minor, but I guess it was a minor. I don't know. She had a stroke earlier this year. And it wasn't the typical stroke in that like you can see it like in her face, and one side of her body was kind of like affected. What it did was that it affected the muscles that you use like in your throat. So when you eat, I guess there are muscles that kind of determine where, like, so your food doesn't go, like, there are muscles that determine and help your food get to the appropriate place. And so those muscles were affected when she had a stroke. So instead of her food going to her digestive system, she was essentially like aspirating on it. So it was like getting into her lungs and whatnot. She lost a lot of weight, which was fairly critical because my mom is a small person to begin with. I mean, she's, probably at this point she's like shrunk a few inches. So I mean, she's like 5 feet tall, and probably had gotten down to about 75 pounds or so. So yeah, she has a feeding tube now. Will probably have it for the rest of her life. So she's in a nursing home, and it's hard for me to visit. We live, not that far, probably about 40 minutes away, 35, 40 minutes away. But the thing that makes it a little bit harder for me is that I have Rowan with me like 99% of the time. And I have mentioned before that Rowan is autistic, and so schedule is very, very like important to him, and just like having routines in terms of like keeping his behaviors kind of at even keel. And so like deviating from his schedule is really hard. And then there's also the added, like, he's very sensitive to sound and smell, and in a nursing home there are often sounds and smells that are not always the most pleasant. Although the facility that my mom is in is a very, very nice facility, but just like any place that deals with medical things, there are things that come along with that. And so sometimes, even if he's okay with like the deviation from the schedule, once we get there, he becomes really overwhelmed by like everything else that's happening. So it's kind of hard for me to go like when I have him. So, and I'm not sure, we had kind of a difficult morning in terms of like getting him to concentrate and getting him like out the door. So I'm not sure, so I'm at school now and we'll kind of see what kind of day he had in the classroom, and I guess that will determine whether or not we go. Good morning. It is Thursday, and I am home from my everyday school run, and I have to do a voiceover for the video that is going up today, Thursday. So everything's all set with that video. I just need to do the voiceover, which I was going to do last night, but I fell asleep at like, I don't even know, 7:45. Yesterday was a really, really hard day for me in terms of just like emotionally and just being overwhelmed. I think my anxiety, actually I know my anxiety was really high because I ended up having to take a Xanax, which is not something that I do every day, or I try not to, like when I can feel. And if you've watched any of like my planner videos, I actually track my level of anxiety every day, and so usually when I can feel it kind of inching up, I will try other things, like meditating, taking social media breaks, taking breaks from just all media, because sometimes I feel like the noise just gets in my head and is very overwhelming to me, to try to balance everything out, and nothing was working yesterday. And although Rowan had a pretty good day at school, he was very kind of wound up when we got home, which I think is a combination of several things. Just, he is a kid, like most kids, who is just so excited for Christmas, and in some ways I think it's amplified in him just because he tends to hyper focus on things. So it was like, I mean, I call him just like my own personal buddy the elf, if you've ever watched the movie Elf, because he's like that. So it was like that times 100 yesterday when we got home from school. So it was just like a long day, and I try to be like really patient with him because I know a lot of his behaviors and such are not things that he's able like to control or change. And so really it's, the only thing I can do is watch my response to those things, because you know, if he's up here and I am matching his energy, then it does neither one of us any good, and it oftentimes will like feed into however he's feeling. So I kind of have to maintain an even keel, and I was really struggling to do that yesterday. So it was a rough day. So I say all of that to say that I am home. I have made my coffee. I have my planner out, because there are some things that I need to make sure get done today and tomorrow. And I am going to record the voiceover for my video, which will go up later this afternoon. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. So I just dropped Rowan off at my husband's office. Well, my in-laws were picking him up to take him to see the holiday train display, like downtown, but they picked him up from my husband's office so we could do the whole car seat swap, whatever. So I am going to run quickly into the library because I checked out our library has like a quick read program where you can check out a new or like in demand book, but you can only have it for 7 days. Usually, I think they let you keep things for 21 days maybe. And then our library, I'm not sure if everyone's does this, but ours has where they will auto renew your checkouts up to 20 times if no one else is waiting for it. So that's always really nice. Like, seriously, I've had a cookbook for like 3 months or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to go in to see if I can check it in and then check it back out. And if I can't, then I will put my name on the list, I guess. I'm only halfway through it, and I am enjoying it, and I want to finish it. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I made it home from the library, and I have like marks on my head from my hat. And I am going to fix some lunch because I am starving. I haven't eaten. I've had like 2 cups of coffee, I think. I can show you what I picked up. So the first one is this book called Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. It is different from what I usually read, so it's kind of a modern take on a fairy tale. It's not YA because it was in the regular fiction section, but I think I mentioned it in my nonfiction November video. I'm sorry, the refrigerator just came on. I'm just in a reading slump. They wouldn't let me recheck out my 7-day read, so I had to check that back in, but I picked up this one from Louise Penny. It's called A Better Man. If you like mysteries, I would highly recommend Louise Penny. This is a series. I'm not sure what number this is, maybe like 18 or 19. And it is about a detective in Quebec. So it's set in, most of the action happens in Three Pines. I think that's in Quebec, which is like the small town where he lives, and it's really, really good. It's a little bit like Agatha Christie, especially like the Poirot mysteries, and that it really develops his character. So, and it's not they're mysteries, but they're not gory, which is what I like. So anyway, if you're looking for a recommendation, there is your mystery rec. I think I'm going to make oatmeal for lunch. Oh, and then I also picked up this. It's called The Stylist. I don't know. It's probably like chick lit, or I don't know what they call that these days. But anyway, it looks like a light read. So I don't know. I just decided to pick it up. So yeah, I'm going to make some lunch, and then I have to film I'm going to try to film 2 videos before Rowan gets home, he is gone with his grandparents, and they didn't really give me like a time on when they'll be back. So I'm going to try to cram as much work as possible into that. So I will see you in a bit. It is Friday morning. Finally, we are on our way to take the dog. Can you say hi, honey?
Hi, Henry.
We're on our way to take the dog to the vet. And then we have some other stuff to do. So, yeah, happy Friday. Okay, we are home from, I had to take Henry to the vet, and then we had to run another quick errand, and then we went to visit my mom at the nursing home, and we are back home. Rowan's downstairs eating his lunch. So, I think maybe right after Thanksgiving, like we had noticed Henry's eyes were like clouding over, so we thought that maybe he had cataracts or something. We took him to the vet. He's 13 years old. We took him to the vet, and our vet said that she thought that maybe they were ulcers, which I didn't know, like, you could get in your eyes or whatever. So she gave him some medicine, and we were just going to watch him and see how he did. Well, they progressively got worse, and then now they look like they're kind of bulging out of his head. So I took him back last Friday for his first follow-up appointment because she had given him some medication, and then we had to give him some drops in his eyes to see if it would clear it up. So when I took him back last Friday, his eyes were still very much like clouded over, but she was able to see back into his eyes, like in the way back, and so she could see like masses. So basically, she told us last week that he has lymphoma. And so, yeah, the prognosis was not good, is not good. So today was our follow-up appointment from last week, and I mean, basically, there is no good outcome to this. He is, like I said, 13 years old. He's an older dog, and it at this point is affecting his quality of life. He's completely blind, and so basically he won't move unless we like pick him up and carry him around, because he is just, afraid to move because he runs into things because he can't see. So essentially, we are tasked with the decision on when we are going to have him put to sleep. So, did not think that this vlog would turn out this way this week, but it is. Yeah, it is. It's sad. So, Rowan doesn't really understand what's happening. He keeps saying, "Oh, the vet's gonna make Henry better." And I wish the vet could make Henry better, but she can't. And so, yeah, I think I'm waiting for my husband to get home from work tonight, and then we'll kind of decide like how we want to do this. So that's that. I doubt that I will come back on today.